and welcome back to the Platinum Yard AV and Hi-Fi review channel. Now what you just witnessed was Norway's Arendal 1723 1V subwoofer pumping out criminal bass in my living room. Now this subwoofer is large but handsome and great with both hi-fi and movie. So this review is going to be interesting because I'm going to call out some pros and cons and finish up with letting you know whether this subwoofer is the best bang for buck in 2023. Okay, so I've taken us to Arendal's website and you can see here that the 1723 is a THX certified series. So Arendal claim to be obsessed with high quality sound and their main focus is to build high quality speakers at a reasonable price, and they are a direct to consumer manufacturer. Arendal Sound launched their first product in 2015, so they're pretty much the new boys on the scene. They've had nothing but great responses from the critics, and according to most hi-fi journalists, they often outclass higher end brands that also have higher end price tags. So let's take a quick look at their subwoofer options. So here they start with the 1723 1S, which signifies that it's a sealed configuration. Then you can see the 1723 1V, V signifies that it's ported. This is the ported version that I've actually got in today. Then you can see the 1723 2S, which is a dual sealed configuration. Here you see the 1723 2V, which is their flagship or vented model. Then we go down to the smaller 1961 range, which is slightly more budget friendly. Here you have a vented or ported option with a slightly smaller diameter cone. Now take note, because Arendal have took the time out to show us why they're not found in local stores. This diagram demonstrates two distribution models. The first model shows other brands, or most brands, which has a distribution pinch point and also the shop pinch point. Or you have the Arendal Soundway, built in the factory and delivered directly to your house. Typically this is deemed to be a lot cheaper, but I guess like with most things, there's pros and cons. So let's dig into the 1V. Now looking at it, it's sleek, it's handsome, and it's built very well. But at some angles, if I'm honest, it does resemble a very small fridge. Whilst we talk about design, Arendal have also designed a smart app, which we'll get into later. Now this beast runs down to 10 Hz and is powered by an 800 watt amplifier. This subwoofer is available in a black or white satin or gloss finish, and the build quality is just simply amazing. So this is Arendal's app, which you can download on Samsung or Mac iOS. For this demonstration, I've got it downloaded on my phone, which is a Samsung Android phone. It connects via Bluetooth and it's really user friendly. Now this app is actually quite powerful and it allows you to adjust the volume control for one or multiple subwoofers. And for confident users that want to fine-tune their subwoofer, you can dig into the parametric EQ settings and make changes from 0 to 200 Hz. The app also allows you to store up to 7 custom changes. For those that prefer simplicity, Arendal also provide pre-EQ'd settings. You can see here you've got 3 options for sealed or 3 options for vented. I'm not one for beating around the bush. This subwoofer sounds great. The best compliment I can give this subwoofer is that I own 2 of them. For movies, these subwoofers will have no issues shaking things up and creating real drama in your house, regardless of the size of your room. And it will do it with confidence, without breaking a sweat, and will have you worried about your neighbour's neighbours. When set up correctly, the subs are also difficult to localise. I've found with the subs positioned in the corner of my room, it provided way more output and tremendous bass, but lost a little bit of refinement and certain notes became exaggerated. On the flip side, I guess the corner could be your best option if you're a die-hard movie fan, as the exaggeration translates to greater dynamics, explosions and earthquakes. But I'm into hi-fi, movies and a little bit of gaming, and found that positioned slightly away from the wall gave the subwoofers a greater sense of balance. In fact, a brilliant sense of balance, translating to a subwoofer that is tough but also sophisticated, thus making a great partner for my Sonetto 8s that are lacking a little bit in the lower region, and also a great all-rounder for every type of enthusiast. So if we specifically talk about music, we know this subwoofer provides lots of bass energy. We know that it can dig deep and go down low. But it also works wonders for those delicate passages. It does a great job of locking in the soundstage and provides a quality omnidirectional bass that gives you a real sense of realism. This improves the sound of your front speakers and your surround sound system, raising the bar another notch. That said, I do recommend implementing a reasonable crossover when utilising these subs, because I ran into a few issues and struggled to get them to blend seamlessly with my fronts, and found I had to cross my front speakers over at around 80 Hz. Now, the Arendals are not the only subs on the market that offer great value for money, so I'm going to show you a couple of options. Now, these options will match the Arendals in terms of price and design. So sealed subwoofers are not an option, and there will be a price cap at £2,000. So first up, we've got the Monotlith THX 13 subwoofer. It costs around $1,600 in the USA and £2,000 in the UK. And this thing is an absolute beast with a 2000 watt power amplifier. So this thing is a lot more powerful than the Arendal, despite the fact that it implements a smaller cone. That said, the rubber surround that's used to make the cone move is monstrous. And this thing is huge, weighing 69 kilograms and standing 60 centimeters tall and 51 centimeters wide and 74 centimeters deep. You've got to have the room for this thing. Next, we have the SVS PB3000, which you can pick up for about £1,700 in the UK. It implements a 13-inch dual magnet driver rated at 800 watts and stands 55 centimeters tall, 46 centimeters wide and 59 centimeters deep. It's a little bit lighter than the other subwoofers, weighing in at 37 kilograms, and like the Arendal, it is a smart sub with a mobile app. This subwoofer is pretty much the closest match to the Arendal, and if I was comparing car manufacturers, this would be one of those BMW versus Mercedes comparisons. And finally, I want to introduce the Klipsch Reference Series. Now, these subwoofers range from £900 to £1,600 in the UK, and I think these are a great bang for buck and a fantastic bargain. Now, I haven't had the chance to hear these subwoofers in person, but according to market research, the reviews have been fantastic. Unlike the Arendal and the SVS subwoofer, they don't have as many bells and whistles, so you can't control the subwoofer by using your smartphone, for example, but what they do have is a solid aluminium cone and a well-engineered subwoofer enclosure. These subwoofers also support wireless connectivity, which I assume will be at an extra cost. So let's summarise what we're looking at. We've got the Arendal 1723 1V, which is good looking, very musical and quite powerful. It's a big subwoofer, but the dimensions aren't the hardest to live with. It's got a premium finish and available in black or white, in satin or gloss paint. Next, we have the Monotlith, which is probably better suited to home theatre. It's only available in the black oak finish and outperforms the Arendal in terms of sheer power, but doesn't dance quite as fast as the Arendals with music. And next we had the SVS subwoofer that shared the same power rating as the Arendals. There wasn't much between them in terms of sound signature. I would say the Arendals are a little bit quicker, but the SVS dig a little deeper. They share a similar size, and it's worth noting that the SVS is only available in the black oak finish. And next we've got the Klipsch Reference Series, which are the new subwoofers on the block. The comparative Reference 14 and 16 series are slightly bigger and larger than the Arendals, but the subwoofer has received great reviews, the stats look great, but they're only available in black. So here we are then. Time for me to answer the question. Is the Arendal 1723 1V the best bang for buck in 2023? So for me, the answer is yes, because it meets all of my requirements and ticks most of my boxes. The satin white finish looks great in my room, and the subwoofer provides a good amount of quality bass for for home theatre, music and gaming. And on that note, if you liked what you saw today, hit that subscribe button and join me for some more weekly content. And also feel free to leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts on these subwoofers or any other subwoofers that you're aware of and want to talk about. Thank you. Thanks for watching.